Hello, Akko here again. Welcome back to FTB Infinity. I'm doing another Infinity episode because I just had a little mini rage quit on the on my Resident Rise episode, which it will eventually get done. I can't do it at the minute. I had two wolf bats and the brew failed twice. Anyway, I'll get back to that on another day. I'm gonna come and just play what I'm enjoying at the minute. So rather than getting frustrated with that, I'm gonna come and play on this for a bit. So I thought I might as well record and do my next episode. Anyway, that's my story for today. Just filling up my vibrant capacitor bank. I'm not sure if I made this vibrant last episode or not. But I've just logged on 2 minutes ago, filling up this capacitor bank because this is what has been powering the quarry. The quarry chest is full, so I'm not sure if that filled up and then got stuck. It doesn't look like it because I expect to be. I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe filled up and just, I don't know what happens when the chest doesn't have anywhere to go. Would it just put items on the floor and then have them despawn? I'm not sure. All this stuff, as far as I know, is just used for fuel. And there's plenty of them beehives in the, there. So if I do want any more of that, I'm gonna go man another one of them. So I'm just gonna bin that for now. What we have got in here is 2 Draconic ore, so we can start off by making our Draconic chest, which I'm going to do in just a minute. I just want to show you something really quick. If I just jump into the nether, seeing that chest, the normal overworld ores, I quite like the way it does this. I don't know why it does it, but I quite like the way it does it. If you look in that same chest in the nether, them same ores, like nether ore skin texture. I like that. I don't know why. I kind of find that amusing. How far through are we? Oh, we might be just about. Oh, we might be done, or nearly done. Let's have a look. Right now it's still going, so it needs more power. So it's not quite done yet. I've not got a shovel on me, which is a bit of a mistake on my part. But yeah, we're getting there, I think. Let's have a quick look down here. I've probably been quicker to go back by the base and go down the ladder, but I'm going down now. So, plans for this episode. I have realised I do actually need more power, so I'm going to be working on getting more power pretty soon. When the vibrant capacitor has got the buffer in the quarry filled, it looks like the quarry's taking about 700 hour for tick. So it actually is it's actually keeping up with what my what my reactor is producing. So it is keeping up, but just not massively well. So okay, there's still a full chunk to go by the look of it. Just about a full chunk, isn't it? So it's still got plenty to go at. Ooh, glad I was pressing shift then. Bloody, what do you call it? Nearly had me over then. Step assist. Hello, Node. I wonder what you are like. I shall come and see you one day. I'm making a wooden. I'm making a dirt fortress. How artistic. So let's jump back to here. What I want to do before I do anything else is make the awesome. Oh, right, in fact, before I do anything else, I should tell you what I've done here. As you can see, I made some more Tyrian. You've just run power line. So this redstone energy fluid duct, flux duct, I'm going to have to get used to calling it that. This redstone energy flux duct is just running across here temporarily to keep the berry farm powered. So we're up to 69 levels on there again. I have sorted my bow out with power and infinity. I was going to put repair on this and on them, but I'm thinking if I make the Thaumic restorer, there's no point having repair on stuff, because that means always needing to have the wand on my bar. So yeah, for the wand, I've made myself take it off a second. There we go. One focus vehicle trade. Not enchanted yet because it needs the enchanting. It needs, what's it called? Foci. Not focus. Focal manipulator. Needs that thing. So I've not made that yet. So I can at least use that to equal trade stuff. So I shall be making the walls up here into lab blocks because I've got loads of quartz. Anything else? As you can see, I've filled more of the flooring. I think I'm going to have 4 bits of glass, possibly ethereal dark glass. I'm not sure, so I can actually drop into there. And as you can see, I've done the floor a bit different. I think this is a texture pack. I actually like the normal black version of this without the texture pack on. When it's textured, I think the black one's too light. I'm talking about the factory block here. The wireframe, that one. the black wireframe looks a little too light, I think, with this resource faithful resource pack on. So I've gone with a purple one. And them cross hatchings, I had these, if you remember, going right across the floor. I didn't like it, so what I've done is I've just done the edge in that metal, the edge and then braces, and then I've just made all the floor just one thing. I've kept a block underneath them little slopes at the minute, a separate block, so you get the edging on it there. So if that was the same block as these, it'd have the connected texture. I'm not sure I'm going to keep these either, to be honest. But if you remember, this is going to be like a basement, so there's not going to be a great deal down here apart from pipes and stuff. This will be down here eventually. So yeah, that's filling up. Right, let's then now take another one of these, and we're going to want to hit it with our Fortune 3. Boosh. We only got 5. That wasn't great, was it? 5? Meh. Got 6 there, so I have to use both of these, which is unfortunate. So I was hoping to have one left to show you what we do next. I was hoping to get 8. Never mind. Let's hit this one. And we've got a bit more that time, don't we? So I need to make some of the blend. You. One of you. So what have I got, draconian wise? I've got this thing, haven't I? I have got this draconic core, and to make the chest, I need 4 ingots, 2 obsidian chests, furnace, and a crafting table, and I have not got that anywhere near started. So I need to, awesome, always, as always, I have not got things ready. So that's only going to give me 2. So I need 2 lots of that to get me 4. And at least that last one, you're going to see me double it up using the chest. So that's all good. So we'll cook up these 2, which is going to give me 4 ingots. There we go. So we're getting there. Now I need a crafting table and a furnace, and I need to get to these 2 things then. Draconic chest. I need to get 2 obsidian chests from the iron chest mod. So I shall get them done. It's going to take a little bit of backtracking back down to gold chest, iron chest, wooden chest. Right, I'll get them made back in a minute. Didn't really need to cut it all then, that was nice and quick. I've actually got to that stage already, and I just need to do the obsidian one. I wasn't sure if I had enough obsidian, turns out I do, so that's all good. Obsidian chests. So now I think, do we have everything we need? No, I need a furnace. So cobble. Gets me a furnace and planks. Get me a crafting bench. And now we should have everything we need to make our awesome draconic chest. Boom. There we go. And what I'm going to do with this, this is going to need power. This is messy. I'm just going to put it there for now. And as you can see, right, what I'm going to have to do here is I play with my window small. My PC's a weird, my screen's a weird shape. So if I play full screen, we'll get 2 big black bands across the top and bottom of the screen. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go full screen for a bit. So that's probably made a mess of the YouTube video. Is there a big black line top and bottom? That's generally why I play with it smaller. There we go. We've got this huge draconic chest. It's got power. It's holding 1,000,000 RF. And then what we're getting here is we have off, fill, lock, or all. So fill would be if there was something in there, it would just keep. Right. Let's look at it with ores. Let's get some iron. So I'll just make that into normal iron ore, which is going to get dropped into there. There we go. Is that all of it? So if we put this in here, it's at the minute it's off. So the iron is going to stay there. Now what we can do is if we put fill, we'll keep the current stacks full. So that means if there's iron in there, no. The only way, the one I know is all. So I put all in there. It's just going to pull the iron in. There we go. Look, so it's pulled that in, and it smelts it, and it does 5 at a time. You see there, from 6 iron ore, we got 12 iron ingots, so it doubles it up for you. So it's like doing the sag mill and the smelt. You don't get the bonus items, but you're getting the doubling up from that. So if we make now our last bit of this stuff, draconian blend. So if I make a draconian blend there, So that was giving us 2 Draconium ingots before. Now, put that in here. What you'll see, because I've got this set to all, there we go, it's giving us 4 ingots. So it doubles up the amount of Draconium there. So the fact we're still touching it and then fortuning it, we're getting more dust. And now if we use this Draconic chest, we double up there as well. So we're doubling it and then doubling it. Well, we're fortuning it and then doubling it. So we're getting a lot more ingots than we would otherwise. This is very cool. You can pipe things in and out of this. You can craft in here as well. It's got its own crafting table built into it. So if I had something I could craft all that in there. So really, do I want all my ores coming into here? I maybe do. Or do certainly some of them. Some ores I certainly want to go through the thermal expansion stuff for the different bonuses. But certainly some of my ores can go through here. No, I don't want it to. I don't want it to smelt that. So tin ore. He's going to smelt it into tin ore. Yeah, and then it's just going to do it again. Look. So if these nether ores, it's just going to double it up. So it's going to first of all, it's going to drag it in, make it into normal ore, and then double it up. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So I can drag most of the ores into that. Yeah, it's going to do them as well, isn't it? It is. It's going to. What it's going to do with them? It's going to put them into the normal overworld form. And you see, look, it does a lot of stuff at once. So then I can. No, right. It's actually breaking that down. I don't want it to do that. And it's been graphite, so I didn't want it to do that either. But it hadn't done. Oh, that was peridot. I thought it was emerald. So okay, graphite bar is useful because we're making big reactors. But yeah, so I don't want to be putting my stuff I want to fortune into that. And I thought that was emerald, but that was peridot anyway, so don't bother about that. But there we go. That is the awesome Draconic chest. You can pump in and out of it, and you can have it so it does all your smelting on the fly. So we could have our. I mean, really, if you think about it, on your quarry, you could have one of them on top of that, and you could have it processing stuff using the same power source as the quarry and doing it all while you go there. So that's pretty awesome. Right, that's as far as I had planned for this episode. I can't make one of them yet, can I? No, I cannot. No, look at that, Christ. Nether stars. I'm going to need an absolute ton of nether stars. I know this. So the first series you'll ever see me actually making wither spawner, because for this stuff, the amount of really this location, I'm gonna have this as my teleporting device on little pedestals, them things, dislocated pedestals. So you see every single one of them has a Wyvern core, which uses another star. So every single place I want to teleport to is gonna use another star. It's pretty cool. They use ender pearls if you have them in your hand, but with them on the pedestal they don't use fuel. That's pretty cool. Right then, I'll work out what's next. Yeah, what is next? Right then, let's have a look at the clipboard and see what the plans are. Now, let's go back to the first page. Starting on status doubling on the Thaumcraft. I'm going to show you that really quickly on the recipe. Look at the status, and if we look at it on here, that's the normal one there. So press U, and we should get an arcane crucible one there. There we go. Status quartz. Just 2 aqua, 2 glass, so we can auto craft glass. Aqua we can get from Pam's Harvest Craft really easily. So I still haven't done that, but I will get to it, I promise. There is also one for nether quartz that's in that as well, that has potential as well. Or is it one for? Is it actually straight charge that you can do? No, you can't do charge. Good. Okay, yeah, it must be nether quartz I looked at. So we've not done that yet. We'll get to it, I promise. Draconic chest we have done. That's all cool. Osmotic, I've put white weight there. I ain't going to do an osmotic enchanter yet, because osmotic enchanter adds some extra enchantments. Pounce is one that I like. It does more damage if you're in the air. I ain't going to do that yet because we've not got a decent way of recharging my wand, so it'd be more hassle getting the wand recharged at the minute than it would be worth it at the minute, so that's why I'm waiting for that. Bees, we need to start on bees. I need to get onto that pretty quick. We'll get onto that soon. Laser drill, I'm going to go for a laser drill really early as well. As soon as I can get enough material for a big turbine, one that can do 20k plus, I'm going to run it off a laser drill to make myself a uranium positive it is in this pack. So I shall be making a laser drill pretty soon. So that's on the to-do list. It will be getting done. And then on this page, I put kill stuff. We need to kill withers. We need to kill a dragon. We need to kill a Runic dungeons. Thank you to Eric who commented. He let me know the coordinates of the stronghold because he's playing on the same seed, and I was curious to see if it was actually in the same place. So I know when I said I did a couple of test wells, the village was different but in the same place. It turns out the stronghold's in the same place. So if you're playing on MacLeod, spoiler alert, the stronghold's there. So I've been and checked and it actually is there. I went straight down on top of the portal room. So one more Eye of Ender. I needed to put 11 in, so I put 10 of them in. One more Eye of Ender, we can go in there. Never done that without flight before. So I think I may... The order I think I'm going to do this is... Well, to kill Wither, I need Wither Skulls. To kill Wither Skulls, I need a Wither Skeleton. I need a Skeleton Spawner, really. And that Runic Dungeon's going to have loads of Skeleton Spawners. So what I'm actually going to do is gear myself up, get into the Runic Dungeon, get a Skeleton Spawner, get that into the Nether to get some Wither Skulls, kill a Wither, get an Angel Ring, amongst and another star of course, then go kill the dragon. So that is the immediate episode or two in front of us. Before we actually start that though, I need to gear up. Now what I want to do to gear up is, one, I need to repair stuff. I need to repair this ender so then I can enchant it. Well, then I can get it all enchanted up. I need to repair these enchanting plates so that I can get going with that. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to make the Thaumic Restorer, that guy, and then I can repair them plates and repair my gear. I can combine that with a Thaumic helmet to get the Thaumic helm for now. And stuff like that. So what I need to do here is make a Thaumic block. Just made 10 Thaumic ingots. I need 9 for this and 1 up there. What else am I doing here? I need some Fabrico, so I've just put 5 crafting benches into the thing here. Oops, there we go. That's going to get us 20 Fabrico. This may go wrong because I'm doing it real fine. I'm not actually I've got no spare aspects here, so if anything goes wrong, it's going to go really wrong. We need Ordo. I made some balance shards. Now to make a balance shard, you use 5 of the primal aspects. I put some Ignis shards in there, and 1 Ignis shard with 2 Terra, Aqua, Pediccio, Ordo, and Air will get you a 1 balance shard, so it upgrades it. So that's why I've got all them in there. I didn't actually use Ignis in the end. I want some Ordo. There's Ordo in this infusion, so that can go there. So what we've got around here is 8 items: diamond, leather, cobble, plank. Double check that's a plank and not a log. It is an oak wood plank. Excellent. Plank. A bit of magic cloth stuff. Magic cloth stuff. A bit of enchanted fabric. Sounds much better than magic cloth stuff. An iron ingot, a gold ingot, and a Thaumium ingot. Our Thaumium block goes in the centre, bam, and what we should be getting in here at the minute is some instrumentum from some rubber, so that can go down there, and that is our 4 aspects we need to do this. So if we look there on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all there. Instability very high. I'm not going to start this just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get just temporarily. What should I use? Let's use some lab blocks. They're tidy enough, aren't they? And let's jump up here. What I've got is, in the chest here, I got some rotten flesh, and I've got some Precantatio, which you get from Netherwart. And myself 32 magic tallow. What I can do with them is make an absolute ton of candles. So some string, and I'm guessing this has to be in an arcane workbench. It does not. Wonderful. That's okay. It can go in there. And they're 24. That'll do me. What about cotton? Got no cotton, so I've used all my cotton. So that's all string I've got in a minute. We'll see if 24 helps us with our stability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump up here, and I'm going to create a little roof above here. 1, 2, 3, 4 in each direction. Thank you, rain. That's what I needed. The key to this is making sure everything is symmetrical. for the maximum benefit. 1, 2, 3. When you're trying to reduce instability. Let's try that. See how many that is. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. That's going to be enough, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. 1. Ah, you bugger. Too short. Lab. 2 of them. Should I cut and sleep? No, it's not night time. Can't sleep. Should I cut and wait? I probably should. Well, I remember. I just noticed something in there. A couple of comments. Thank you very much from the last episode, or possibly the episode before, because we're doing them every day. It's a bit weird. Precision sledgehammer from MFR. Plastic sheets and sticks. It lets you know the radius of things like the spawner. So if you remember me saying about the spawner, say that this like cyan block is where the things can spawn, and it actually shows as a 9x9. I'm fairly confident that this is lying. I don't think anything is going to spawn out here or out here. I think it's actually an 8x8 centered on the corner, like I said it was. But I think this shows it as a 9x9. I would like to see something spawn out here. I might have to test it in single player a bit more. If I look at the grander, see the blue one? That's a 5x5. That's where the grander is actually killing stuff. So cyan is where the spawner can spawn stuff, and blue is where the grander can kill stuff. Pretty cool. Well, thank you for letting me know about that. Although I'm not sure if I believe what it's telling me about the spawner. I don't know if it's the truth, the whole truth, and any kind of the truth at all. So, up here we go. So I'm going to miss the centre one out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oops, I've done that one, haven't I? One, then 2 back. That one, and that one. And there and there, we've got a nice symmetrical candle pattern up on the top of here. Should reduce our instability a significant amount, hopefully. Enough to not have any explosions. I'm doing this really riskily. I should have spares of each of the items. I should have more than the minimum aspects in the jars. But if it goes wrong, I can always get more. Oops. There we go. We've already shagged it. What was that? That was... Oh, man. It's all going tits up. So... There we go. Right. So that was not good. That was not good. I shall have to cut, get some bits ready. I'll actually get some spares instead of being a dick. What have we lost? We've lost a Thaumic ingot and an iron ingot. So I'll get spares of each of the items. I'll get a bit more than the bare minimum. And I'll clean that up. I can clean that up with a block. Block of anything on top of that stuff gets rid of it. So that is how not to do. How not to do infusion. I shall now show you how actually to do it. Let's try this again then. I've made it a little bit easier this time. I've used another 24. I've made another 24 candles. So I've got candles around the edge here. So I've got 4 in each corner. 4, 8, 12, 16. I've got 24 plus another, I think, 4 up there. So there's 28 up there. I moved the crystals up there so I can get in and out a bit easier, and I moved the skulls up there so they're out of the way as well. So we should have a bit more stability. I've also got 1 each of the items I have got around the outside spare, and I have got a full jar, just about full enough, of each of the aspects rather than the minimum amount. So if anything goes wrong this time, we're in a bit of a better position to deal with it. So I've got to keep an eye on the pedestals. I'm also going to use that cobble to mop up anything that breaks, if anything does break. Right. To make sure nothing pops off. If it does, I need to get there as quick as I can and replace it. I'll move that off there. We're looking a bit better at the minute. Nothing's gone bang as yet. So remember, this is a very high instability, so we're going okay. Taking the diamond, taking the cobble, ouch, I've got some kind of taint issue. Last one. And hooray! Okay, so that is how you meant to do it. Much better than the first time. I'm sure you will agree. Now, what we need to do now is we need to feed this with an aspect. So I'm going to need some of my tubes. I'll borrow the ones from over there at the minute. The easiest way we can do this at the minute is, this has only got one input and it's that side. So it's the way you face it down. So if I faced it towards me, there you go, see it's going to face towards me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow one of these and plonk that onto there. So we need a tube that goes to that side, and then we need a jar with instrumentum, which we have got some here, of course, because we just used some. And you can do a nice little setup, like I could have a setup with rubber getting fed into this, and probably, in fact, I probably will have a little setup doing something like that. And what we can have is, we can have that there. We can have that there, and I can have this feeding it rubber. If I put a label on there, label that guy, black dye, slam, paper. Put a label on there when it's got some rubber in it, some instrumentum in it. I can keep feeding rubber into that, and it will feed instrumentum into this, which is what we need to repair. So what I want to repair first is my ender, and you can see there it's using some of that instrumentum. That's going down, and so is that there. The pedicure it shows above is the amount of damage it's got on it, so you can see this is pretty well damaged. We're not going to have enough here. I'm going to have to cut to get this fully done. What I'm using for this is rubber bar, which is rubber cooked at once. I'll make that vibrant crystal because I'm going to need that in a minute. So I'll quickly make that rubber. I've got 19 left. I'm going to have to plant some more rubber trees, and I still have not automated any of my farms, which is ridiculous. I'm going to chuck that in there, and hopefully what we'll get is rubber in this bottom one and motors in the top one. Sod Law says we will get the opposite. Ha! Like that. Look, son of a... Sod's Law. Always, always, always does it the way you don't want it to. So, with a wand, that should work anyway. Is that working? Yeah, it's going anyway. Okay, that's fine. If you was wanting to cut it with a wand, you can make it so that some dot connects like so. And I think we're still not going to have enough. What you do in a setup like this is, if you kept feeding it these rubber bars, obviously you don't want all that motus, so you'd have a void jar on this side feeding the motus off with a label on each of them. While we're doing that, let's get a label on each of these. Looks like this might be my little setup here for that. Can we make one of these? I've got everything I need. I have. Awesome. So let's jump off here a minute. Let's just wrench that off there a minute, so we actually get a bit of instrumentum in there. So this is how you do it. You go like that, then no matter if it's empty or what, then you'll always get instrumentum into the one you want it in. Connect. Thank you. And there we go, that's fully repaired. So that's a fully repaired ender. What we also want to repair, of course, is our plates in here. So I shall go with one of the ones that's going to be important for us. Is going to be protection 4. There we go. So I'll do that one first. And you'll see this will take a minimal amount. So it's not actually putting any in there. It's just holding it in there, is it? Okay, so it's not actually put it into the jar. So there's 11 in there. And so that's repaired. And there's 10 in there, so it's just used a little tiny bit, so then we can use that plate again to make more books. So that's how you can repair your plates. A little bit cheesy, a little bit cheaty possibly, but well, you're using infrastructure to do it, so it's not massively cheaty. What we can do now with the ender is we can upgrade it, and for that I'm going to need some levels and some items. I'm going to need some capacitors. 1, 2, 3, and if you mouse over your ender, I think you have to press shift actually. If you press shift yet, you see there our first upgrade, anvil upgrade, is a vibrant crystal and 10 levels. So that's what we need first. So we want to go over here to our anvil. We want to get 10 levels. Come to our anvil, put in our ender with a basic, with a vibrant crystal, and then there we go. It's now empowered. Still only does 6 damage, but you see there, some of the damage, 50% of the damage is absorbed by the power there rather than the actual durability of the tool itself. Should we upgrade the tool first or afterwards? I think we should upgrade the tool first. Let's not do this just yet. Let's get our sharpness and looting. Looting? Have we got looting? Looting is there, I think. Are you looting? You are looting. Cool. Let's get these done first. So, right, with sharpness, I need 8 levels for that. And then I need 15 levels to put looting 3 on that. 15. There we go. Now, I don't know if unbreaking and make it use less power. Possibly would. Let's get 10 levels now. And add on our vibrant crystal. Bang. Now if we press shift on it, you see that our next upgrade is a basic capacity at 10 levels. We can also add travel. Ender crystal 30 levels. Ender crystal I don't think we can make yet. Ender crystal, we need the soul binder. We need a soul vial with an enderman in it. Yeah, so I can't make that just yet. That's another one of them vibrant crystals combined with an enderman soul vial. So we will get to that. What that does, thanks to another couple of comments from Per and from someone else, thank you very much, is it makes it do the staff of travelling thing. So instead of having to use the staff of travelling, I can just look at my anchors and I can use my sword to teleport to my anchors, which is very awesome. We're not going to do that just yet. What we're going to do is get another 10 levels. And we are now going to combine this with a basic capacity. There we go. And then next, double layer capacity and 15 levels. There you go. Plus 2 damage when powered, it's up to. So 15 levels. And I think my anvil will not last much longer. And then for the final one, 20 levels and octadic. Let's get that then. Let's go full balls. Octadic capacity. There we go. We have got an empowered 4. We can get that. The only upgrade left is the travel one on it. 95% of the damage gets absorbed by the power, and it does still only plus 2 damage when powered. Okay, so it doesn't do a lot to the damage. What I need to do now with that is sling it into my vibrant capacity, if I can actually reach it. There it is. And get it in there, and that's going to power it up. Cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to repair my goggles. I'm going to make some armour, get it enchanted, and then we'll jump into that runic dungeon here. What I've gone with here is I have gone with mana steel rather than thaumium. I quickly made a mana steel. So mana steel, that's just obviously chucking iron into the mana pool outside. That was full of mana because it's a server. You always have a full mana pool if you run on a server, if you're not using it for much. I can combine that with them goggles that I repaired. So it's actually a helmet of revealing, so I get a bit of a Robocop look going on. And I've just put protection and unbreaking on these. Unbreaking means it uses a little less mana to repair itself. And one of them bands of mana that I made, that was sat in that chest downstairs, just a mana tablet, it's just an ender pearl in the pool, some mana still. So that's full of mana, so that'll auto repair from the mana there. So all I need to do now is enchant the legs with protection for 6 levels. It is kind of cheesy repairing the plates, but it does still cost you levels, and it's going to be 9 levels to add unbreaking on. I'm fairly sure unbreaking does help. Yeah, it does help, of course it does, because what unbreaking does is it gives you less chance of the damage happening, doesn't it? So it will help. I should have unbreaking on them as well, really. And on that. I'll do that later. So anyway, we are kind of tooled up. Yeah, kind of tooled up. Now what I want as well is I've got some potions of regen and some potions of health. Because I've got gas tiers now, I can make regen potions, obviously because of that gas spawn that I had set up. I made a couple more brewing stands, so I can put nether wart into that one. In this one at the minute I've got a bit of blaze powder, which is going to make me strength, and in there I've got glowstone, which will make it a strength 2. So this is going to give me a nice bit of extra power. That's going to be more for fighting the Wither and the Dragon than in this dungeon. So I shall leave that there for now. Made a couple of these health syringes. I never really used these. They're from Manufactory Reloaded. Bit of plastic, bit of rubber, bit of iron. The thing is with them, all you do is combine it with an apple. You cannot use them on yourself. What you can do is you can put them in an autonomous activator and stand in front of it. So that's pretty cool. If you was certainly a lot cheaper than this RF method, but I like the RF method because I'm trying to use things that have power. I've got my sword there, I'm all good to go with that. As you can see, they are strength potions. I don't think I'll need them, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into. So I've got, what have I got with me? Tell you what I'm going to need. I've seen. Oh, that's not very big, is it? Let's have another 3 of them. So 4 chests to place when we get in there, as long as I can fight the first room off. I'm going to take some cobble as well, try and block that door off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take. It's a lot of regen potions. I won't need all them. Hopefully, things are going terribly wrong if I need all them. I'm still not sure if satchels are broken, so I've not made one yet. Normally by now I would have made a satchel, because you can enchant these, make them really big. You can upgrade them 3 times and enchant them. So I should probably make one of them pretty soon, see if they're still broken. So that's everything I'm going to need with me. My inventory is far too full. Far too full. Never mind. Let's go down to the dungeon door. Dungeon door. Oops, not there. Next one down. So, if you remember last time we was in here, this bow, by the way, if it's got infinity on, you don't need a bow in you don't need an arrow in your inventory. I think this mod pack has got a fix for that, so you don't need it anyway. But even if you're in a mod pack that doesn't have that fix, then a bow of bone does not need a arrow if you've got infinity on it. Right, if you remember last time, there was loads of mobs around me when I jumped out of here, so I'm going to preempt. I'm going to go in with regen on and with health on my bar, and I'm going to dive in, see what's what. Chaos! So, regen is keeping me alive. Right, okay, that's good. What I need to do now is get some light in this room before they all respawn. In fact, ooh, you little bugger. Go away. Don't need that. Don't need that. Is that a zombie? Don't need that. And is that a skeleton? I do want that. So let's just light that up for now. So I think these things on the floor hurt me. So if you remember when we came in here before, I had to run away because all them guys chased me. They all chased me into here, and I panicked a bit, and it was all terrible and terrifying. Ooh, see, block on the floor hurt me there. So I was just prepping for this video, and I watched WTF Geeks, his latest episode, and he's actually been running around one of these. Real good source of books in here. I have actually been running one of these in single player about a week ago to see what they're like. These things are unbreakable, but as he showed on his episode, dungeon, you can't actually craft them as well. There's the unbreakable ones that are in here. There's the craftable ones. Glowstone and dungeon bricks. And dungeon bricks are stone around chalk. They loot only them chalks. Or stone around the keys. And the keys was a nether star, so they're expensive bloody lights. They are expensive lights. Cracked bricks. Mossy dungeon bricks. Are all of these unbreakable? Look like it, don't they? Certainly look that way. But, they look pretty cool, don't they? Nice lights them. I like the edges. Anyway, so these dungeons, what I want first is my diamond dolly. I have now got a wonderful skeleton spawner, which will be going in the room where the blaze spawner is. So we get some wither skeletons spawning. Very nice. That's our first job done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place these 4 chests down. I can always bring more chests as well, because this is going to get really full of stuff. I should have brought a trash can. I really should have brought a trash can. So I'm going to show you how each room works, and then I'm going to cut and I'll come back later. I'm going to keep one each of these potions on me, just in case things get a bit hairy, and everything else can stay in there. God, that's so full. So what we've got is, we've got a lot of loot chests. So I shall be pulling all this stuff back into the chests in there as I clear each room. Nice. Diamond, copper, electrical steel, some coal coke. As you can hear, there's mobs everywhere, a bit of thaumium, a nice rare treasure bag. Red heart is good. I'm going to get loads of dimlets. So basically what I'll be doing is I'll be bricking all these. I'll be having a trash can in that first room. Sorry for the noise. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run around and clear each of these rooms in turn until I find the boss room, and then I shall come back and show you the boss fight. One thing I was remiss on then, so I've come back straight away, I've been back into the overworld, made myself a little trash can so I can keep things tidy, is I used, if you remember when I first came in here, when I first came in I got a gold key. I used the key to get into the next room. Every room there's always a gold key. It's going to be under some of this obsidian, so if I break this we should eventually find a dropper, which is there, with a gold key in it. Wonderful. So that is how I get to the next room. I need to pick a direction. So, which way have I gone? I seem to have gone east from the main room. So I'm going to go straight down east, and then I'm going to go straight north, and so on. So what I'm going to do next then is I'm going to do this next room, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of a cheaty way in. Oop. Clicked on the wrong thing there. So, zombies. Ooh, lag. So again, this room's similar to that first one. Very similar, it's a bit different. This one has got... Ooh, this one has got... I don't like them little bastards. Obsidian around the spawners. See there, so I need to be breaking the spawners. Get it lit up, breaking the spawners. Some of them will have chests in, some will have... There we go. There's the key. One will have the key, one will have a chest, and two will have spawners, I think. So there's a chest, which means this one's going to have a spawner. And eventually, probably going through many health and regen potions, standing on many traps, I should find a boss room. Ooh, this looks like an interesting room. So this room here, this is the third room I've been into, was a library, and I decided to wreck it. It's got a nice bright node up there as well. There's a nice Ignis Air and Aqua bright node, which I shall be coming back for. This was full of bookcases. I pulled all the bookcases down, I want to put them in a chest. Oh man, I have to get some covers or something on them. They're going to wear me up. All them books from one room there. And that next room I've opened up, it looks a bit scary. It looks like, to me, that a wither's going to jump me. So it looks like I'm about to fight a wither. Oh man, them damn things. So if I get closer to him... Is he broken? He seems to be broken. Yeah, he is. You should be a wither, sir. You, sir, should be a wither, sir. Well, I might as well fight him. I'm going to actually wrap up the episode there. We're over 40 minutes. So I am going to fight this guy and then wrap the episode up. So if I break a bit of his sand and replace it. No. What's that about then? Let's place his skulls. And let's get this guy killed. I also got iron skin amulet. I've still not made the regen one, which I should have really. I keep forgetting. A couple of people have mentioned it on comments as well. There we go. There's a wither. So let me get regen. Let me get my boat. And go on, go boom. So they're all unbreakable. This is what I should probably have the strength potion for, which of course I've not got with me. I'm hoping... Oh, melee time. I'm hoping my regen is enough here. I can never... My eyes don't really see the wither effect very well. I think I'm alright. There we go though, I've got myself awesome activation sigil, sigil, division sigil, miniature yellow heart, and nether star. That was well worth coming into here for that alone. So I've managed to get two things crossed off of the list straight away, which is very cool. Yeah. Let's have that lit and that lit. So there's another room done. How long am I with it for? 9 seconds. 54 seconds of regen. And that probably helps as well. So there we go. And then unbreakable blocks. You can see withers can break anything. I'm going to wrap up the episode there. Next episode, I'm going to add to the list before I go. Add to the list. We've done a wither. We are killing stuff. It's in process. I'm going to add to the list. Activate sigil. If I can type activate sigil, that's good. And we should be getting that done. And I hope you join me for that. Cheers. Bye.